This is a bit behind, isn't it? Anyways, welcome everyone into the XRA. Getting ready for the Season 7 clash here tonight from Daytona International Speedway. Sure to be quite the race. I need to get this set up. Is that right? I have no clue. This is my first time ever commentating a race, so we'll see how this goes. It's going to be an exciting one. 50 laps up ahead tonight. Fine. Here we go. So it is sure to be a great race. Tonight's starting lineup for this race, we have the 6 of Colin Taylor on pole position with Drake Kalita, row number 2, spot number 2. Michael Avery is alongside Timothy Brown in row number 2. Kidden Robitaille is alongside Lucas Rittner. They are row number 3. Jacob Reed and Mikey Schrump make up row number 4. Daniel Diwana and Will Reagan are in row number 5. Will, your defending champion. The all-time wins leader, Victor Bassiani, is alongside Matt Clayton in row number 6. And rounding out today's field in row 7, we have Christian Whiting and Nick Hoffman. That is your order for today's event. Now the grid lines up. First lap is just a pace lap to get the order, which was assigned by random draw. So they're all sorting that out now. Got one car down in the grass over here. It's the 18. Get ready to go green. There's Michael Avery making his XRA debut, I believe, tonight in the 85 car. Chevy Camaro starts row 2 via the random draw. Not bad for him as we get ready, coming out of turn 4. The field 2x2, 7 rows deep. One car there at the back catching up. Shouldn't be a problem. As they come around, take the green flag. Well, 49 laps to go on the race start. Here we go into the restart zone. Green flag for the Season 7 XRA clash. Through the gears, it's going to take about 3/4 of a lap for these cars to get up to speed as they power into turn 1. Shoving into turn 1. It's a better push on that outside lane right now. Looks like Colin has the advantage, and now he gets taken 3 wide, and already a car in the wall back there. It's Michael Avery storms to the front. Victor Bassiani dropping below the double yellow line as that going wall back here. I believe that was the 66 car, Drake Kalita. Yeah, front row starter. Put in the wall early there. Still a long ways to go though, and he does stay in the lead draft. As 3 wide up in this front pack is car in the wall, the 12. It looks like that's Kidden Robitaille. Timmy Brown now stuck in that outside lane, 17 car. He's been strong, your most recent Super Speedway winner in the XRA. As they storm on down the back straightaway for the 2nd time in anger here today. As, bit of contact. 24, that's Diwana. Up the racetrack a little bit. 3 wide right now. Some really sketchy racing for lap 3, but it's all for fun here in the clash. No points on the line. As Avery making a big block up to the top lane. outside now. That's Bassiani all the way to the front. Couple of cars below the double yellow there. It looks like they all sort that out by the time they get to turn number 1. Looks like the entire pack, bar one car, still in this lead pack and together. As both front row starters have found their ways to the back of this pack. Both the 6 of Taylor and the 66 of Kalita. Victor Bassiani leads the way. Behind him, Matt Clayton. And Michael Avery, that's your top 3. They're all in a line now. It's popping out. Is that the 66 car? No, that's the 36. Will Reagan, defending champion, trying to make a move. He has no help now, however. As was that. Looking for a move. Yes, it was. Heading down the back straightaway. No help. They train him on the outside, however. He's going to fall down to 6th and get a little knocked below the double yellow line. But it looked like he tried to side draft it in the wall. It was the 66 of Drake Kalita. Keeping it green, keeping it straight. And Avery's gone from top 3 to the back of this train. He is known to be a very aggressive driver in some of the other leagues he's participated in. Highly self-critical as well, always striving to improve, and really takes this league racing seriously. A great addition to the XRA, but that aggression there getting the best of it as it sends him to the back of the line. As, up the track a little bit, Victor goes. Bassiani slides down. Matt Clayton, number 20, looks like he's just content to ride as there goes the 12 car to the outside. Robitaille trying to make a move. He might have just gotten shuffled there. This is the 54, Jacob Reed. I believe he was the one who shuffled the 12 car out. As now to the outside goes the 42 and the 24. It looks like the 42 had some contact back there. And they're trying to make that outside line work. Shuffling back in the pack as it looks like just being in this bottom line is so strong right now. You just don't want to get shuffled out of it. Bassiani just so strong everywhere he goes. That 19 car, always a major threat. Leading here on the high banks of Daytona. There's just nothing you can do to stop him. As it looks like for a second, Avery got shuffled. Stays in line, however. Just too big of a gap behind, and down below the double yellow goes one car there as they're shuffling the order around a little bit. I believe that was Will Reagan. As Michael Avery got up into the wall back there. I think the 42 did as well. They're 3 wide right now. It's Lucas Rittner in the 42. As Avery's in the wall again, and I think he might have just wrecked it. No, he hangs on. That is really going to hurt him, as you're just in a second pack right now. Behind the leaders, we have your pole sitter, Colin Taylor. The 51, which is Nick Hoffman tonight. Or the 13, my bad, of Mikey Schrump tonight, back here. They're just far behind this lead pack right now. Might have lost the draft. There's your 82. That is Nick Hoffman. He has lost the draft. He was that one car who lost the draft right from the beginning as we get back up towards the front. Victor and Bassiani still leading the way, but here comes Timothy Brown to the inside and Will Reagan to the outside. 3 wide for a second for the lead here at Daytona as they head down to turn 1, and it's going to be Brown taking the top spot. Will Reagan up the track, into the wall a little bit, into the wall again. Rittner in the 42 got him, and it looks like they both just lost the draft. 42 definitely did. Reagan did as well. It's going to be big for them. So now the 24 of Daniel Diwana drops to the back of this train. I think he got shuffled. There goes the 66, Drake Khalifa. It's like 20 car, lets him back in line. Even when they're running single file in Heat 5 like this in the XRA, stuff is always going on. It's a constant battle as people get shuffled, things happen, bad bumps happen. You know, borderline blocks, but still for the most part all clean. Yes, a couple of drivers have lost the lead draft due to some contact here in the early going. Everything looking fine right now. Car. Just in line right there. Jacob Reed at the back of this train. Getting by the 66. I think that 66 lost the draft. Timothy Brown leads the way. No. It looks like Drake Khalifa has gotten the draft. Now look who's worked his way up in the second. It's Christian Whiting making a little run towards the front. There's Victor Bassiani behind him. 20 thought about going with them, and they're shaking things up as now to the outside it's the 12. They make some contact, and one car way down in the grass. Is that Whiting? I think it was, the 18. He spun around on the apron back there, trying to find him. This did not go well for him, as then we have the 3-car pack back here. Avery and Taylor. It looks like the caution is now out. All right. Now we have a bit of a breather. Checking on what lap it is. What lap? What lap are we on, guys? Okay, thanks. Okay. All right. Back here. Caution is out. That was lap 13. Looks like we'll restart on lap 15 as now we're heading into pit stops. As a rule for tonight's race that was recently implemented is 7 cars losing the draft will result in a caution flag. That's half the pack. It's up front. It's Timothy Brown in the 17 leading the way as they head on the pit road. For what I don't think could get them to the end here. They're still going to have one more stop with ×2 wear. So they're all in their pit boxes, getting what I would assume would be tires and fuel. Looks like the 12 might have felt like a 2-tire stop potentially. So they all come out of pit road. And the 12, that's Caden Robitaille, takes second. Great stop for him. Coming out in third behind Brown and Robitaille. We'll have Clayton, Bassiani, and Reed are your top 5. So one of the early plot points in this one has been struggles for both of the front row sitters, Colin Taylor and then Drake Khalifa. Drake managing to stay with the lead draft. Colin wasn't so lucky, but now he gets another shot at this. Michael Avery in his first career start led some laps before eventually falling a little bit back and then losing the draft with some contact. And the back of this pack is just crazy as we have a couple of drivers, notably leader Timothy Brown on the apron here. most likely trying to save as much fuel as possible. So that was Hoffman in the background doing some burnouts in the infield here at Daytona in turns 3 and 4. Coming around for the restart, Brown on the inside and Bastiani choosing the outside here with Robitaille and Reed in the front 2 rows as we're back to green, and already 1 car around. That's pole sitter Colin Taylor. The 6 car goes for a spin on the restart and loses the draft. Hoffman as well sticking back as they're sideways. They all hang on to it. And the 24 is in the wall back there. That could have been big. Will Reagan gets knocked below the yellow line. And there goes the 66 of Drake Kalita around. I don't know if that'll result in another yellow, because that was only a single car accident. I think 4 tonight for a caution. Or obviously 7 cars losing the main draft, as mentioned. There's definitely only 5 in this lead draft, but there's a big pack behind them, so I don't think this is going to be a yellow, as they roar into turn number 1. In the lead here on lap 17, it's car 17, Timothy Brown, who held the lead on that restart with that bottom line, which has been so strong here at Daytona, unless an entire train has gotten to the outside of seemingly 1 car, maybe 2 cars. It's been so tough to take that lead on the outside. I believe Bastiani was the only one to really do it from the outside. Him and Matt Clayton were able to do so earlier on. Take those top 2 spots as they're shuffling things up near the front. That's probably going to allow that second pack to get back in this race for the lead. Like this lead pack has really gotten shuffled out. Robitaille's fallen back to that second pack, led by Mike Avery, in contact for the lead between Brown and Clayton. Brown going to get shuffled. It's Clayton on the outside lane with the Bastiani behind him going to the lead. Matt and Victor have been an incredible duo so far in this race. It's the second time they've used that outside line to their advantage, as there goes Timothy Brown looking at the bottom, not going to be able to get it done. 66 car's already lost half a lap after his incident. Really unfortunate for him. I don't think we're getting a halfway caution at lap 25 anymore, because we had that first caution. If things stayed the way they were said to be. As up the racetrack goes Robitaille on the 12 car, gets back in line, and now 3 wide on the bottom. There's the 24 of Daniel Dewana. Michael Avery getting stuck in the middle, 3 wide. Sketchy moments here at Daytona, but they all keep it straight. Fantastic racing right now. As there's the 54 of Jacob Reed on the bottom, leading that bottom lane. Clayton and Bastiani still leading that outside line, but for how long? Bastiani is clear, but he's not going to be for long. At this rate, he slides down before that gap closed up and he couldn't get down. Just great racing up at the front. Avery in this lead pack in the 85. There's the 6, the 82, not far behind the lead pack, about a straightaway. Not yet time to be concerned for Hoffman. And I believe that was Schrump in front of him. I think they're just staying out of the pack right now, hoping that they end up wrecking again before the end of this race, which is somewhat likely with the chaos. Not sure if we'll see that 4-car wreck or caution, but I think we will see. I think there's a high chance that we see 7 or less cars in this lead draft here bringing out the caution, as Bastiani just hung out to dry in that outside line with Jacob Reed going nowhere. You see Matt Clayton, Victor's drafting partner for most of the night, stuck out back. That's probably contributing to why he fell so far back. Didn't have a driver who's been so instrumental in helping him get to the front, because you can't do things alone here at Daytona. simply impossible nowadays with the draft being so strong. So there's the 42 of Lucas Rittner, trying to make that outside lane work once again. It's not going to. It's actually going to allow Avery to go into the top 3 here. Race leader right now is Daytona, the 24. He's got Robitaille behind him. Closing in on halfway in this clash. To the outside goes Timothy Brown. Big block from the 24. Cars in the wall. There's a big wreck in the back. I believe that's 4 cars. Only 2 spin around, but a big crash out back. That was the 20 of Matt Clayton. And the 42, I believe, of Lucas Rittner. And Clayton appears to be beat. The caution is out. 20's gotten back going. The damage has been done to his track position. Wow, and that all started, I believe, when he got 3 wide and just bouncing around out back. Matt Clayton was kind of just an innocent bystander in that whole fiasco. I don't know who came out of there with the lead. I believe Daytona hung on to it. So they're all getting crazy down in the grass at the entrance of turn number 3. Daytona and Robitaille, your top 2 right now, closing in on halfway in what has been just such an exciting race here tonight. Gotta give it to the XRA and the drivers in the series. They are just the best of the best, putting on such great racing at Daytona, something that I've seen in other leagues can be a struggle. They're getting multiple lines going here most of the time, as Hoffman flies it into the pits there in the back. They head on to pit road. Last time it was that 12 who had the great stop, as I love like the lag on pit road. It's just the greatest thing. Out of the pits, it looks like Brown is going to get off of pit road first. Timothy Brown leads the way. No, I think the 24 got him. Daniel Daytona holds the lead on the pit stop. Go green on lap 24 of this race. Still not good on fuel to the end. I believe the fuel at Daytona on times 2 wear is anywhere from 22 to 20 laps. Not sure on the exact number that the game usually gives you, but I believe it's closer to 20. So definitely, if it's 22, it could become a fuel save race from here. If it's 20, it's definitely going to be all out. I just think we're too far out of the window with still 26 laps to go on the restart. Or, my bad, 27 to go on the restart. Just too far away. But anyways, your restart order coming up. Daniel Daytona is alongside Victor Bassiani, Timothy Brown, and Will Reagan. In row number 2, row 3 will be Caden Robitaille alongside 54, Nathan Reed. Row 4 will have the 42, Lucas Rittner, and the 13, Mikey Schrump. Get ready to go back racing. My bad. Michael Avery is alongside Mikey Schrump here. 2 Mikes in the field as we get ready to go back green here in Daytona just prior to halfway. Fantastic push from that bottom line around to the back of the 24. Avery looks to be all out of shape there, getting hung up in the middle, clearing himself back in the pack. They all work their way out of turn 2. Still clean as that 24 goes below the apron. I think he's dropping to the back potentially, because that's Hoffman spinning in the background. The back of the pack, not sure how that happened. The 82 has gone around. Still can't make it on fuel here. I don't know what he's trying to do. As here we can see the chase cam view of the 12. Caden Robitaille. The pack. Avery trying to get to the bottom. He's going to go up the track and get in the wall, and they are wrecking. That's Clayton and Daytona. Don't think that'll be a yellow, however. 3 wide up front for the lead. Going to get it sorted out here in a bit as Bastiani. That middle has no help. Now he does. Now he's going to get the spot and drop down to the bottom actually here of the 42 of Lucas Rittner. We're past halfway here at Daytona in this Season 7 clash. What has been an excitement-filled race. I'm eager to see how this one ends because it's going to be a fantastic run to the checkered flag based on how this first half of the race has gone. Bastiani peaked down, then came up and peaked back down. And that was the 13, I believe. Mikey Schrump getting all out of shape there. No, that's the 54, my bad. Jacob Reed, both sporting green cars tonight. That green hood. Reed in that Gatorade sponsored car. And then Schrump in the Mountain Dew car a bit further back. Just see him occasionally at the back of the frame. Losing the draft. He actually does have a white hood. As, oh, they're shaking it up, and there's a huge wreck. It's the big one. And Bastiani is involved. I believe there's the 42 car, Lucas Rittner. I believe Jacob Reed also had a piece of that, and I think Timothy Brown is the only one who got through unscathed. The 66 gets through. Massive, massive accident. At least 5 cars taken out. There's Caden Robitaille. He was involved. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Michael Avery might have had a piece of that. Some form up behind the pace car once again, or that lead car, Timothy Brown. Should be in their fuel window now, or at least close enough to save to the end. Man, just a massive wreck there. You hate to see it, but it happens on these super speedways. And hey, this is going to bring some of those front runners back into the mix, like Nick Hoffman, who has been just out back all day. 66 is obviously up front. Drake Kalita. It's going to allow many others to get involved in this. I believe Christian Whiting has DNF from the race. We saw him on pit road a couple of times there. There he is. Hoffman, I think, is also out. Check. I think he did leave. So, yeah, he definitely left. So Timothy Brown leads the way as they're coming around towards pit road. Looks like, no, I thought the 12 was staying out there for a second. He's not, as it's the 6, Colin Taylor, going into the wall. They hit pit road. Not sure what that kind of lag checkup thing was entering pit road, but it got the 17 all sideways. Hit pit road. We'll see who gets out in front. Last time it was at 24, and it looks like a two-tire stop for Bastiani up front. Or maybe fuel only. I'm not entirely sure what that could have been, but it's going to get the lead for this upcoming restart. Order will be Bastiani, Brown, Kalita, Avery, and then Reed, your top 5. See Robitaille there in 6th. It's Rittner in 7th. Will Reagan in 8th. Matt Clayton in 9th. I believe. Yeah, rounding out the top 10 is Daniel Diwana for this upcoming restart. Take the choose, top 3, choose the top, and that's going to give Michael Avery the lead. So a very interesting choice by the 3 Toyotas up front to choose that outside line for this upcoming restart. Don't necessarily know if I like that decision. I mean, Bastiani's really been the only one to make a move up top. Him and Clayton working together. Maybe him leading this line could be good, but I just don't know getting it through the gears on the restart. But we're about to find out. He gets the lead on the restart, and he is well through. I don't think he's going to drop down, though. No pushes down to turn number 1. At least for Bastiani. There it comes from Timothy Brown, who gets all out of shape and up into that outside lane, as Avery getting absolutely shuffled back into the middle of the pack in that outside lane. Reports are that they are good on fuel at the end, but barely, so it may become a fuel-saved race, and overtime could get sketchy. Victor Bastiani leads the way, Timothy Brown in 2nd, Drake Kalita in 3rd, as Bastiani drops out of this line. That looked intentional to me. Michael Avery to the top line. Not sure what he did there, if that was intentional or not. Looks like Jacob Reed as well getting shuffled out. He is able to get back in line. Avery slots in behind this pack. It's now to the outside. That's Rittner with help from Jacob Reed. Taking a little bit of hay, but not much anymore as they fall back into the other turn number 4. Up to the line, it's Timothy Brown in front of the field. I'll tell you what, I haven't seen Brown race any of the super speedways, but he did win the last one. He has been so strong here tonight. I think he definitely is emerging as a super speedway favorite here in the XRA. I have raced enough of these super speedways to know that it is pretty tough here with the net lag to lead these super speedways. Got to hold your line perfectly as well, or else people might shove a nose underneath you, try to force you out of that bottom lane. And here in the XRA, you also got to manage that top lane when the run comes with the right drivers. Looks like 2 packs, not too far apart, maybe 3. I think Reagan is backing up for a bit of a run here, potentially, on the 12 of Caden Robitaille. Exactly what he was doing to the outside. He's got a train of 3, but it looks like that train is going to die down to 2. And I don't think this move is really going to work, as Avery now goes to the bottom, and he's going to push those bottom 4 cars back in front. This is 6 Drake Kalita getting a little bit sideways there. all is well, though, and Bastiani leads that second line back there, a little bit behind this lead draft. Here comes Bastiani. They're going to have a run. They're going to jump to the outside and try to make a move heading down the Daytona super stretch. Kalita up to the top. Okay, so maybe we are going to get this working a little bit. As no, Michael Avery comes up. It's a tiny bit of contact, and that's really going to dismantle this whole outside lane as Will Reagan now takes over the lead of that outside lane. And Bastiani to the bottom. He's loose below the double yellow. Slotted line behind him. It's contact from Michael Avery that sent him below there. I don't know if that'll be a penalty in XRA, but it could be. Forcing the driver below. Don't know if that was net leg or what. Brown still leads the way. I mean, he's dominated this race for the most part, especially the second half thus far. 12, Caden Robitaille sits in second, Matt Clayton in third. This will be a preview for the Daytona 500 potentially, with Brown up front. Obviously things are really going to pick up once we see the white flag. But until then, things are just going to kind of stay in line, I think. Now we're going to have some breaking, tragic news, sad news from the world of motorsport. At age 65, former Texas Motor Speedway president Eddie Gossage has passed away. Thoughts and prayers are with his family here tonight. They head out of turn number 4 once again. Timothy Brown still leading the way. Got help from Robitaille behind him. Everyone's in a uniform line right now. Matt Clayton and Bastiani to the outside. That's a combo that you don't want to see if you're leading this race. Things getting a bit shaky there in the pack. Rittner to the bottom. He got to the inside of Bastiani, and it looked like they touched a little bit. One car out of the groove. That is 20, Matt Clayton. It's back in line behind these guys. Down the Daytona super stretch, into turns 3 and 4. Got Michael Avery up top, I think it was. He drops him behind him. We have another breakaway up front. This time 4 cars instead of 6. It looks like the 13 cars lost the draft. So, unfortunate for Schrum. We'll try to get back up with this lead draft with a caution, most likely. So now it's a tandem up front. 2 tandems, actually. And here comes Bastiani leading that second lane. I don't know if he's going to want to jump out because he doesn't have enough help to do so. As Rittner blocks the 24 of Diwana, who went out to make a move. I think anticipating Bastiani would have gone with him. That didn't really work, and it allowed Bastiani to get on by. I think someone just went around at the back, potentially. It might have just been Clayton. I could have sworn it was another car back there that went around coming out of turn 4, but that might have just been lag. He's seeing things, potentially. Still these 2 cars up front doing well, but here comes a huge run from Bastiani. It's going to go to the top. Could this be for the lead? He's got help from Jacob Reed. I think, yes, they're clear by the time they reach turn number 3. Both of them. And that gives the lead to Victor Imbassiani, the all-time wins leader in the XRA, out front at Daytona. Gonna get a lap check real quick. Outside line making a run. This is coming to 9 to go here. Still don't know what might go down in the 24 is in the wall. Comes back down the track. Oh boy, that could have been a lot bigger than it actually was. It's Daniel Daytona getting shuffled out of line, and Timothy Brown makes a move, has nobody go with him, and he's going to drop to the back. Dominant car of the day, the deepest he's been in the second half of this race, having to work his way back to the front potentially. And Imbassiani out front is bad news for the rest of the field, because we know just how strong and how fast he is. Reed to the outside, it's not going to work. Imbassiani goes up, comes back down. There it goes. Robitaille to the top of the 12. He's not going to have enough help to make that move work. Brown goes up top. I don't know if that move's going to necessarily work, but he's got 4 cars and a huge side draft, a tiny bit of momentum. No, it's going to fade out as that's Robitaille up into the wall in the 12th car and shuffling out to the back of the field. Imbassiani up to the top. He blocks Timothy Brown, who I don't think really has the momentum. No, he does a little bit though now. But on the outside of turns 3 and 4, it's just not going to come to fruition. That run not big enough to get the lead. One car just got shuffled out. I think that was Matt Clayton in the 20. Second time I believe out of turn 4 he's done that this race. Timothy Brown to the outside. He's actually got the help here. Now he doesn't. And now that help is back with him. It's Jacob Reed pushing Timothy Brown. Here comes help. Lucas Ritter pushing Victor Imbassiani though. Down the back straightaway. And Brown clear for the lead. No. The run's going to come back on the bottom. Six to go. 3 wide. They'll settle in. Imbassiani along with Lucas Rittner. A bit of a breakaway. To the outside now. Ooh, getting a bit shaky there. Reagan. Oh, from Caden Robitaille. Make something happen. Timothy Brown goes up there to help. They just don't have the momentum. It's too hard almost to pass on the outside. And Imbassiani is literally the only car who's been able to do it. He's done it 3 times. Twice with help from Clayton. Once with help from Clayton. Once pushing Clayton. And then another time with help from Reed. That 19 has been the only one who's generated a big enough run to really take the lead from that outside lane. Actually, you wonder, when does Rittner try to make a move here? 5 laps to go in the XRA Season 7 Clash. Imbassiani leads Rittner, leads Daytona. Clayton is pulling back in the mix. I don't think we want to get Imbassiani and Clayton 1-2 because they are going to be really tough to beat. But Daytona to the outside. He's going to try to go up the middle. Oh, they're sideways. Oh, Reagan's in the wall. Sideways they go. Did they save it? No. 2 cars involved in the caution is out. Oh my goodness. Lucas Rittner, who went spinning there after contact with Daniel Daytona, and they both go for a spin here and lose all of their track position here late. This will probably take us to 3 laps to go. This race has given us just about everything we could hope for, and we're going to have 3 laps. Most likely to settle this thing. Hitting pit road, and Bassiani leads the 24 in front of the 17, in front of the 85, in front of the 36 as they hit pit road. That 19 has looked fast out front. It's been really tough to pass these Toyotas. They've just been so strong. A couple of vehicles stay out. Looked like Clayton was one of them. Yeah, Jacob Reed as well. And then there was also Caden Robitaille and I believe Colin Taylor, who stayed out. First off of pit road, Timothy Brown in the 17. Bassiani gets out in front of Daytona. Will Reagan behind Michael Avery. So when they hit the back straightaway, we'll see the restart order here for what could be the final restart. All right, they have chosen. Matt Clayton will restart alongside Jacob Reed. They're the front row for a 2-lap non-overtime shootout here at Daytona. Actually, I think with the lap count, they can't do overtime, so. This is the race right here. It's going to be unbelievable to the finish. Caden Robitaille, Timothy Brown, row 2. And then behind them, Colin Taylor and the 24 as they're wrecking behind them. That was Michael Avery. He's going to be out of it. Coming to the green flag. 2 laps to settle it at Daytona. Great jump for Clayton. No threat from the outside line. That's about all he can ask for here in the early stages of this restart. Obviously, once we get up to speed, different story. Because people are going to try to make moves and win this non-points race. It's all just a matter of can they hang on. 20 leads them down the back straightaway. All in a very uniform single file line. Caden Robitaille in second. Jacob Reed in third. Timothy Brown in fourth. On the outside, that was Colin Taylor trying to take fifth from Victor and Bassiani. Couldn't quite do it as they come around. Final lap here at Daytona in the XRA Season 7 Clash. Who's going to win it? They're all chasing after Matt Clayton in the 20. It's all about time. You want to be able to time this move so you could get in front and not have enough time. They're wrecking in the back. Michael Avery goes around. Lucas Rittner involved. Daytona is out of it. Sideways again. And Bassiani shoved below the double yellow line. They're charging down the back straightaway, and it's Timothy Brown in the middle, going to the race lead. Can he hang on? He's got help from Will Reagan. They're side by side. Matt Clayton, Timothy Brown. Clayton edges in front. He's going to win it. Matt Clayton, it's your XRA Season 7 Clash winner here at Daytona. What a finish that was. Jacob Reed comes home in second, Timothy Brown in third, Will Reagan in fourth. Unbelievable charge to the finish there. I think Caden Robitaille comes home in fifth. Sixth looks to be potentially Colin Taylor. Seventh, Bassiani. Eighth, Lucas Rittner. And ninth looks to be Mikey Schrump. And I think everyone else, no, 10th, Michael Avery. And then I think everyone else DNF from this race. Looks like Drake Kalita left right at the end. Fantastic performance from all of them here at Daytona. And that'll do it here in the Clash. So Matt Clayton hangs on, but Timothy Brown proves that he is one to watch on these super speedways. It'll be exciting to see what happens at the Daytona 500. What a great race. Make sure to tune in for the Daytona 500 because it is sure to be an absolute banger. Thank you all for watching. So long from Daytona.